A very good morning, everyone.
Good
Wishing you all and
morning.
your families a very happy new year. You folks never fail to surprise me. I'm so impressed with the turnout for this 153rd weekly webinar session organized by AABN on a Sunday morning, when we usually wake up to a laid-back, agenda-free day. But as you all know, we at AABN have been trying to transform this lethargic phase into a productive phase by presenting to you a gamut of technical and business experts and seasoned speakers to talk to you about upgrading core skills and competencies relevant to changing times and future challenges. So at the outset, I owe each of you a big thanks for logging, and I assure you that the next 90 minutes is definitely going to be a rewarding experience with useful takeaways for us. Yes, I'm saying this with confidence because such is the profile of our guest speaker today. There are many ways to develop self-awareness, and some are more relevant for leaders. However, personal branding is the ideal learning opportunity for leadership development programs because it is rooted in the process of unearthing the truth about your traits. All leaders need to be mindful of their personal brand. The stronger the brand, the easier it will be for them to build meaningful relationship, lead the team, and ultimately achieve their goals. And at the foundation of all successful personal branding is keen self-awareness. Just as branding is important to businesses, personal branding is of great significance to individuals. It helps to create the desired perception of the individual entrepreneurs. In today's webinar, Dr. B. Sreeveni will help to keep the motivation level up and help build an individual into a brand. I have the privilege of welcoming and introducing our eminent guest speaker, Dr. V. Sreeveni, and she will share her views and thoughts on Spotlight on Self Blueprint for Personal Branding, an interactive webinar session. Dr. Dr. V. Sreeveni is an award winner, author, image specialist, keynote speaker, a transformational catalyst, and a self-worth influencer. Nearly 3 decades of experience in the field of education, initially as a physics lecturer, currently as a trainer, coach, and a facilitator, specializing in personal growth and personal development, focusing mainly on self-transformations. She is a leader in the self-mastery domain with strategic thinking and operational excellence, adding to an experience in coaching, training, mentoring, and facilitating. Coaching people on self-management has helped her clients to become proactive in the process of evaluating and enhancing the impact of their appearance and their interpersonal skills. Her belief in the philosophy of empowering people for problem solving, teamwork, and leadership at workplaces is resulting in the continuous improvement of her clients' capabilities and the productivity in their organizations as well. She conducts training sessions, workshops, both online and offline for various corporates, government organizations, and businesses, institutes as well. She is the Golden Book Award winner, author of 2 books based on a signature workshop, which are #1 best-selling books on Amazon. Her signature workshop, Self-Worth as Your First Impression, has impacted the lives of more than 8,500 participants and still counting. They are getting empowered using their true potential to create a better version of themselves and to become unstoppable. Working with a focus and a strategy in the ever-growing training industry with the motto that training brings transformation and evolution in a person is what she firmly believes in. She is a recipient of several prestigious awards, namely Nari Samman Award 2021 and 2022, Grand Queen's Leadership Awards 2021, Primetime Global Icon Award for Excellence in Self-Discovery and Image Transformation for the year 2020, PhD in Education, Self-Transformations, Honoris Causa, She Inspires Award 2023, Golden Book Award 2023 for her book Self-Worth as Your First Impressions, Dr. Kalam International Foundation Award 2023 for Educator Excellence, She Splash Award 2023, Influencer for Self-Transformations and Mentorship Award 2023, DKIF. There is so much to Dr. Sreeveni's achievements and journey. I'm not sure it can all be summarized in the limited time in this session. So without delay, I would like to open the floor to Dr. Sreeveni, whose hard-hitting experience are bound to inspire and guide you. She's here to regale us with her astute experience. Once again, a very warm welcome to you, Dr. Sreeveni. Over to you, Dr. Sreeveni.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gopi sir and AABN. All of you, thank you so much. Gratitude to you for all of you being here today. So before we start, I would like to ask you all first one question. How many of you want to create a personal brand for yourself? You can raise your hands virtually or physically. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. That gives a wonderful, yes, opening. Yes, and I request in case I am not sure about your rules and regulations, in case if you can switch on your camera, it would be wonderful. Thank you so much, Suresh and SLX for acknowledging. Yes, it would be an interactive session where you can also communicate through the chat. And That was a fantastic introduction for me. Gratitude to you from bottom of my heart and all of you alumni of Annamalai, and wish you all a very happy new year. This is the first in this year 2024, and congratulations for this 153rd session Sunday. That absolutely, what a great way of starting a Sunday. Good, fantastic. Thank you so much for all of you. So, personal branding. Yes, I have discovered my own worth and then I started branding myself. So, I would just take you through this session. Just let me switch on my share my screen so that it will be more communicative for you. Is my screen visible to all of you? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. And I'll just put this on spotlight myself so that it will not be inconvenient for you all. Yes. Fine. For all of you, spotlight on self. And we are going to see the blueprint for personal branding where I'm going to help you. I'll take your questions. I request in case if you anyone wants to make note of any points, you can ask me towards the end. And if you feel something is new for you, so that it can help mutual learning for both of us, right? So starting away with this spotlight on self, because self is the one which we are branding. It's not something else which we are buying outside. So blueprint for this personal branding is what I'm going to take forward with you all. And here, this is in collaboration. See, you are your own brand. Most of us do not acknowledge that. Why branding for me? I am not interested. I don't want to be in the limelight. All of these are something which few people say. But as Gopi sir has mentioned, as we are growing up in our future, in our career and personal and professional growth, branding happens all the time. I'm going to let you know how branding happens, just like how you have your name. Similarly, your personal branding is also getting carried wherever you are going, even before you reach that spot. So you are your own brand. And today, with grace of AABN, absolutely. Gratitude once again to you in collaboration. Today, we are going to share my acquired skills and knowledge with you all on this spotlight on self blueprint for personal branding. So, here, personal branding for self. So, it is becoming an influential personality, becoming a magnetic personality. How are you going to take yourself forward? How are you going to conduct yourself such that personal branding, whichever is happening intentionally or unintentionally, is going to be in your favor? Let us look at those small tips and nuances, how you can leverage on them. Right? So how you see yourself and how others see you, these are two different concepts. How you see yourself, your inner core, and how others see you, that is perception, your personality. In between these two is what is being created, that is your personal brand. You can make positive changes towards that and then create your own personal brand, which helps you to leverage on who you are. And my dear friends, here there is something which I am showing you. You will never get a second chance to create the first impression. So we are also going to see what is the relation between personal branding and first impression, because you are unique as your thumb. There's no second impression of your thumb in the world, in the universe, right? Similarly, you are unique. Each of us is unique. We need to know why we are unique, what makes us unique, and how we can carry that forward. So here the objective of this for today is to learn how to brand yourself to become a magnetic personality, as I told you in the beginning, and also an influential personality, and create your power presence. Power presence, my dear friends, that is the magnificent one which you have within you. We only need to tap it to bring it on the external. I am going to let you know how the importance of managing your image is important. As a human being, we play different roles. See, professionally as well as personally. Personal, let me say, uh, mother, father, brother, sister, son, daughter, etc., etc., different roles. So here we do not behave or communicate in the same manner with all the different roles which we play. This is personal. Professional. So you are having your boss, you have your subordinates, you have your colleagues, you have many other professional people whom you interact with. So you do not use the same mannerism, same behavior, or same communication. So it changes with the role you play. So you need to first identify what is your self image, which I will take you through, and then you need to tune that, fine tune that, such that every role which you play has a goal, and you are attending to that goal, and that is how you are showcasing yourself. So each role you play has a goal. We need to meet the goal of the role. That is what is branding your image. I'll take you through the step process, right? So because we are all leading with examples here, I see all of you. Great respects to all of you who are coming from different backgrounds. All of you are alumni, yes, but you must have split into different backgrounds. You all have that seniority with you. Each of you is a leader where people are emulating you. So we have to check what is that we are inspiring others about, because we are creating an impact on the people whom we meet. Intentionally, unintentionally, it is happening all the time. It is happening all the time. People see us and make note of it. People get inspired, though they might not verbally acknowledge it, but people have your image in their mind and they are emulating, getting inspired. You never know how many people you are inspiring on the path, on the way. So this is about me. The brand which has originated after discovering my own worthiness. So it is about me. Know your worth, never settle less than you deserve. The reason why this slide has come is because I have discovered my worth very late in my life, around 49 years. Does that mean I was not living? Was I not living earlier? No, not at all. It was like I was very dutifully living as a good daughter, good wife, good mother, etc., to be in that good syndrome, which did not allow me to know who I am. I was successful in my earlier life, yes, but then I did not address my own soul. My soul was crying within. There happened a trigger in at 49 years, which allowed me to know the same quote which I have mentioned here: know your worth, never settle for less than you deserve. And then I restarted my journey from 2017. So all my experience prior to 2017 has helped me. And then now within this 6 years, 17 to 23, 24, now we are. So I could accomplish, I could reach the stage where all my experience has added after my discovering my worthiness, adding a personal brand to it. This is about my journey. Has not been easy. Let me share with you, my dear friends. I am qualified in MSc Physics. So by default in 91, when I started my career, I was a lecturer. And then, lecturer, it consumes a lot of your time. So I was continuing that when I did not have my children. But later when my children were there, I could not give so much of time. So I continued as a product trainer in ICICI Bank, and then also a unit manager in educational technologies. Then came a small gap. I took a sabbatical when my children, I have two children now. My son is 27 years, my daughter is 24 years. So when they were in their 10th and intermediate standard, at that time I took a sabbatical that I am not going to do anything. Let me give my time to my children who need it more right now. So my daughter, when she joined her own professional course in Manipal University for biomedical sciences, then I restarted. So I restarted with enrolling into a course, image consultancy, in 2017. That was when I discovered my worthiness, and I wanted to do something with myself, my acquired skills, God gifted talents. And I restarted. I did not want to go back to teach physics because 2.5 decades I have done that. So when I restarted, I acquired all of these and then launched my books in 2022, also became a regional director, and I also have an app, and I'm continuously learning and implementing. It's like I have my signature module, which Gopi sir has introduced, self-worth as your first impression. From 2018 onwards, I started working on that, and yet I am always upskilling, upgrading, and updating myself. This is in short. So these books which are there have taken me to places where I cannot reach physically, internationally and nationally. So I am grateful, thankful, and blessed to the universe that they have allowed me. This is an integration of my life experiences plus my courses which I have enrolled. So both of this, it has integrated, and I have given in these two books the essence of what anybody can do with their life, never late than before. At 49, when I restarted, many people told, what is that you're doing? Half of your life is done. But I said, I am restarting and I feel 27 years mentally. That is the branding which we can do ourselves for. So here on the screen, you can see that it is a very small where you cannot see the pictures clearly, but J.K. Rowling is one on the corner, and Gaur Gopal Das and Deepak Chopra. So all of these people, I have shared the stage with them for my book, which I received on April 8th last year, 23. And I'm humbled to say that I have received this award, which has given me internationally acquired skills and all of that fame. And humbled to share that I have received. As a give back to the society, I continuously, month on month, I contribute to Food Bank, where we serve cooked food to the relatives of the patients. And I'm a scribe, in the sense I volunteer to write for the physically challenged, visually challenged people. I write their exams, and I also record books because God has gifted me this voice. So I record their textbooks as audiobooks, and I contribute to Girl Child through the other three organizations for their life skills, interview skills, Girl Child from 18 years to 22 years. So this is, Gopi sir has also mentioned, so this is a small brief about me. Now let us go about how are you going to brand yourself. Are we good to go, my dear friends? Are we good to go? You can mention in the Zoom chat. Yes?
Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is my pace okay with you all? Fantastic. Yes? Slow, fast. Yes. Thank you so much. I can see that. Yes. Thank you. So we are going to go with how are you branding yourself. First, let us have a check on that. How are you branding yourself? So for this, there is one question you can mention in the Zoom chat. So when you are, what's the impression you get by seeing this person? You can unmute, or you can also mention in the Zoom chat. What is the impression you get on seeing this person? Yes. You can unmute, or you can also share on the Zoom chat. What is that impression? Hero, great artist? No, I am asking you what is, forget about Amitabh Bachchan. If any person is like that, hard worker, charismatic voice, please forget about Amitabh Bachchan. If this person is there in front of you, what is the impression you would get? Angry young man? Yes. Style? Okay, thank you. Aggressive? Fantastic. Chandra? Yes, thank you. Anything else? What else comes to your mind? Don't you feel he is rustic? Sometimes you can also say mannerless, majestic. You said, if anybody is having a beady in the mouth and looking like that, do you call majestic, Ram? I don't think so. Yes, rebel. See, the look, the angry face and everything. Don't bring Amitabh Bachchan in your head. Any person like this, the man. Okay. So here, this is the kind of impression you are getting. Look at that. And how contrasting it is if you are having this next part of it. I'm just sharing with you how contrasting it is if you are having this, the next part of it. Look at him, how poised he is. How poised he is, how he is actually. Now, what is the impression you are getting? A confident person in every situation. Yes, confident. Anything else you can add? Sophisticated, respectable, honored. Yes, royal. Yes, very keen. Yes, very keen. Thank you so much. Royal, G.S. Vishwanath sir. Okay, rich. Yes, thank you. So look at this, the impression. The mind creates this impression in 7 seconds, my dear friend. If it is digital like this, it is only 3 seconds. So we are going to take this fundamental knowledge and then go ahead in the future interactions, right? So let us see. Now here I just want to let you know, identify who you are deep inside and observe how you are projecting on the outer. How are you projecting? There is a small demo which I am going to do. Now here on your screen, you are seeing, let me unshare the screen so that you will have an idea. Yeah, here on your screen, you can see a small box, and it is a very beautifully crafted box, nice shape, and then different, it has a color coordination and it has a great appeal. Yes, does it have an appeal? You can mention in the Zoom chat. Does it has an appeal? Would you like to take this? Would you like to take this? Yes, fantastic. Thank you. So now I want you to imagine this to be some person whom you're interacting at some social gathering. So you are very much in fascination with this person because the person is well structured, well groomed, and then good color combination. So you are very much attracted by the physical appearance of that person and you are getting in touch with that person. As you are getting in touch, you are making a small talk. As you are making a small talk, that means you started to communicate and that person also started to communicate. You find that that person is hollow within. How many times you would have got misjudged like that, my dear friends? Person who is externally so baffling, so majestic, but then hollow within. They don't have, yes, many times Arvind says, yes, hollow within. They don't have any value to share. Now, here I am giving you another example. Look at this. This is a very ordinary box. Everybody has this Amazon box at home, right? This is not even looking like a box. So this I want you to imagine that your next door neighbor, a very common person whom you would have seen at your office premises, any place, a very common person whom you just discard. You are not just bothered about that person. Now this person, you have a task, I'll tell you. You have a task that you have to interact with this person and get a result. So it is your responsibility. So what do? You try to interact. So this person is not approachable. Even in the lift, the person doesn't make an eye contact. So because I'm telling you, it is not even like a box. You don't know from where to open. At least in this, you had the distinction. Now here, you don't even know where to open. You check. That means you keep interacting. You just check. And then you start with some common topic. First meeting, nothing happens. The person has not revealed anything. First meeting, nothing happens. So you don't stop there because you have a task with that person, right? So now next meeting also nothing happened. So you just continue to do the meetings because you are committed and you have a responsibility with that person. So as you are continuously having a meetings, just look at this. This person is gold. Can you see on the screen? Gold. Can you see on the screen? I will show you. I will just let me show you on the screen. Just a second. I am removing this. Yeah. Can you see on the screen? Gold. So you never expected this common man to be gold. How many times you would have observed, Arey, this person is gold. This person has this talent. I never acknowledged that. So how contradicting. First impression of this person also did not match to the core. First impression of this person also did not match to the core. So what are we telling here? What are we telling? So it is the inside out image. Look at this. On your screen, if you see this, on your screen, the same thing which I was telling, who are you? Within, we have to check. So you have seen that the second concept was about gold and it is an inside out image. Who you are within. So what do we have to do? If we have to see that we are a common person, we have a God gifted talent, we are unique, then we have to take this gold, we have to identify our gold, we have to identify our gold and pack it in such a manner that we are creating an external appearance which is influential, which is attractive, which is magnetic, and when somebody approaches us, we are sharing our uniqueness, our gold with that person. This is how we have to create our personal branding. I am going to take you step by step, but this is just a metaphor for you. Create your external majestic appearance such that people will get attracted to you and share your worthiness, share your value, share your positivity, share your uniqueness, what God has gifted, what you have acquired. This is how we are going to brand ourselves, my dear friends. How do you find this metaphor? Can you mention in the Zoom chat? I just want to check with you all. How do you find this metaphor? Inside out image. Do you all agree with this? Mention A if you agree with this. Yes, true. Thank you so much. A, fantastic. Fantastic, Arvind. Fantastic. Gopi sir, yes, Babu, Gopinath, thank you so much. So we have to inside out image we are going to project. I am going to take you through the next part of it, where essentials of personal branding. What is that is needed for essentials of personal branding? So personal branding depends on, I'm going to take you through this. First and foremost, you should be ready. Keep yourself prepared to get a chance, because people should notice you. What is the beauty? See, if you have inner talent just like this box, but the world is not able to see, what is the use? You need to get prepared to get a chance. And once you know that you are getting prepared, when the chance comes, you should be able to perform on getting the chance. Both of them. So your essentials of personal branding depends on you getting prepared for a chance and also getting performing on getting that chance. And that first part, getting a chance, depends on your first impression. I will also let you know what is that called first impression, why it happens, what is the advantage, what is the disadvantage. Now the first impression is a reflection of your inner strengths, core, as I was mentioning to you, your gold, your uniqueness, your positivity, your strengths, your inner strengths. So this is your uniqueness. So first impression depends on your core, C-O-R-E, core, as well as your visual appearance. How are you communicating to the world through your appearance? Both of this is what combines your first impression. And once you're ready with this, preparing to get a chance, then on performing and getting chance, you should be able to perform. Just by creating an impression, it doesn't happen. You should be worthy of it. People should know. So here I have mentioned IQ, EQ, PQ, AQ. This itself is a little more lengthy, but I'll give you what it is. IQ is intelligent quotient, all of you know. Having intelligent quotient alone will not allow you to sustain at any place. Just it is an entry, it is a door. It will not allow you to sustain. You need to work on yourself continuously. That for that is called EQ, emotional quotient. So emotional quotient is the one which will help you stabilize, which will help you sustain in whichever place you are, either in your personal life or in your professional life. Now what is PQ? PQ is political quotient. My dear friends, political quotient, it's not bad politics, it is political quotient. In the sense, there is a person who is taking decisions and there is a person who is influencing the decisions. So you need to align yourself with these two people such that you are going forward in every step. Political quotient is, you should know when to talk, when not to talk, how to leverage on the situations. Two people who is taking the decisions either in your family or your profession, and who is the person influencing this decision. Either of them, if you are aligned, the path is smooth for you. Then comes AQ, adversity quotient. Adversity quotient is nothing but when you are facing, see, life is not a straight line. There are ups and downs. When you are facing adversities, how quickly you bounce back matters. People can stay for years together in that difficult situation, but how quickly? Does it take 1 hour? Does it take 1 week? Does it take 10 days? Does it take 1 year? It depends on you. How quickly you bounce back determines your AQ, and all of this is essential for your personal branding. You can take a screenshot if you are interested, and this will help you to brand yourself in the future, where I'm going to share with you one story. This happened 20 years back. We were on a beach, Goa. We went to Goa and we were on a beach. My daughter was just 2-3 years at that time, and when she was actually playing on that seashore, there was a sharp seashell which stuck in her feet, her feet. So it's very soft feet, 2 years, 3 years, So this shell poked into her feet, and then she was bleeding profusely. We went there as a tourist, and we did not know nearby clinics or hospitals. My daughter was crying and she was bleeding profusely. So we immediately went to the hotel and we asked, where is the clinic, medical clinic? They directed us there. We went there, we were waiting. That was a Sunday evening, 6 o'clock. We were waiting there for long. There was no doctor coming. My daughter was yelling and I was shouting, where is the doctor? Where is the doctor? So then came a person like this, and then he said, Madam, what can I do for you? Do you think I can hand over my daughter to this person? Please mention in the Zoom chat. Do you think I can feel safe, my daughter, that I can hand over in this person's hands? No, not at all. Yes, G. Vishwanath sir, thank you so much. I can never feel safe with this person. So he looked at my face. He felt, okay, some discomfort. He went inside, and then there came another person like this. Look at that. Now, don't you think? I immediately gave my daughter in his hands and said, please do something. I didn't even ask. I didn't even tell anything. And then this is what happens, my dear friend. Don't you think this is safe? For me to hand over my daughter to that person in his hands, I just dumped my daughter in his hands and I said, please take care of her. Yes, Suresh, that is what. So what happens is, this is how we are misjudged. Now you can see, we are often misjudged. We are often misjudged because we have not taken care of our branding. I'm giving you a disclaimer. Does that mean doctors cannot have tattoos? Doctors can have tattoos, but that is their personal life. When they are expected to be in the clinic or hospital to give their services, they are expected to be in this format, right? With their coat, with the stethoscope, etc. So branding comes how you carry yourself forward. You can have your personal life, but where you are expected. This is what I said. Role. Every role has a goal. You need to actually meet the goal of the role wherever you are going. Whether you are going for a party, whether you are going to supermarket, whether you are going to your daughter's parent teacher meeting, whether you are in your office. So everywhere you have to take care of your branding, because personal branding conveys. What does it convey? Your first impression shows your values, authority, trustworthiness, personality, intelligence, and also your economic background. You just cannot tell, I want to be like this. I am my way. So this is what I was telling you in the beginning. Nobody can say, I do not want personal branding, because personal branding is happening all the time. You need not make extra effort. You need to make extra effort only when you make it positive and leverage on that. Otherwise, it is always happening for you, my dear friends. There is a visual appeal always. If I wanted to serve you oranges, bananas, and kiwis like this, you will take it definitely. Not that you will not take it. But what if I plan and serve it in this way? Don't you think it has much better appeal? Can you mention in the Zoom chat? Don't you think it has much better appeal? Yes, can I have answers in the Zoom chat, my dear friends? Please interact. Yes, absolutely, Chandra. Thank you so much. So, look at that visual appeal which is helping us. So, instead of you being just like that, why can't we make it positive and leverage and create a brand story for yourself? Have a brand story. And you do not have to buy and showcase your richness. It is pick up what you have. And I'm going to tell you how you can actually create a brand story for yourself. Because these first impressions, it happens in 7 seconds. I am not going to teach you biology, but I'll let you know what is the one organ which is creating. On the screen, you can see amygdala, AMYGDALA. It is a small organ. Here you can see on the cursor. Almond shaped organ. It is only so much. Now, I'll tell you, we have reached moon, we have stepped on moon, we have sent satellites to Mars. So all of this, we say we are technologically advanced, we are advanced human being. But yet, this amygdala still works in the caveman attitude only. What was the caveman doing? Hunting, eating, sleeping, and at times reproducing. That's it. So this amygdala still operates in caveman's attitude itself. So research is still going on why this amygdala creates those first impressions, because caveman was always fight, flight, freeze. So only these three things the amygdala does. If the favorable circumstance is there around you, then you are actually happy. If you feel something is dangerous, if your mind amygdala tells run away from here, you flight, run away. Or if your mind gets confused and boggled, then you actually freeze. So these are the three things which are creating first impressions, and this amygdala operates less than 7 seconds. Digitally 3 seconds, because we are always scrolling on the screen, right? So here I have an article. If you are connected with me on LinkedIn, you can see people make 11 decisions in the first 7 seconds. Please remember, and 11 decisions can be anything based on their own background. So here is a theory which I am sharing with you. Albert Mehrabian is a Harvard professor, psychology professor. He's still there. In 1960s, he has conducted several experiments and with many humans, and then he has come up with this communication model, personal communication model, where what we say is only 7%, how we say is 38%, and our body language 55%. So my dear friends, our body language is communicating more than our words. We always stress on words. It is only 7%. Our body language communicates 55%. So first impression in personal branding is happening always. The signals we are sending from the core is actually reaching people through our appearance, postures, gestures, expressions, and actions, and our body is communicating even before you open your mouth. I repeat, body is communicating even before you open your mouth, and all of this creating visual aura to your power presence, power dressing, and power etiquette. Power presence is what I am going to show you. Power presence is what I have showed till you. Power dressing is what I am going to show you. And power etiquette is your mannerisms and your behavior. This is a very huge topic. I am only going to show you the basics of what you can do. We can leverage on that at a later point. This is a very important point for all of us because personal branding is happening all through. 93% of communication is happening. That is called personal branding. So here is the gist of it. You can take a screenshot of this, my dear friends. First impressions only 7 seconds. People make 11 decisions. 7:38 and 55 is the thumb rule of how communication happens. If your first impression has gone wrong, maybe it will take 20 to 25 meetings, but then this is only a theory. Practically, it never happens. You can never create another first impression. That's what I showed. And another point is first impressions are not tangible. They are not measurable, but they are very impactful. This is what helps us smoothen our process of going forward. Now I am coming to the 4 elements of image cycle. Now in this image cycle, I would want you to answer either unmute or in the Zoom chat. How we see ourselves? Does it depend on others or does it depend on us, my dear friends? Does it depend on others or does it depend on us?
Depend on us.
Depend on us. Fantastic. So next point is how we groom ourselves. Does it depend on others or does it depend on us? Okay. Yes, somebody can unmute and let me know.
Depend on us only, madam.
Depend on us, yes. Then how we think, feel, act, and behave. Does it depend on us or others? Right? So three quadrants depend on us. How we think, feel, act, and behave. 3 quadrants. The only one where you have no control is how others perceive us. How others perceive, we don't have any control because we can't jump into their mind and tell them, look at me like this. So here what I would like to draw your attention is 3 quadrants depend on you, my dear friends, and only 1 quadrant depends on others. So who is in control of your image? We ourselves. So we have control. We know how to alter it. We need to know how to alter it, and we also need to know how to leverage on our image cycle. Taking this into consideration, let me take you. That is what is called appearance management because visual appeal matters a lot. So how you are coming across, how our presence, what is that exhibiting your power presence? People, how are they getting attracted to you? What is the magnetic personality, influential personality you are creating through your presence? That matters more. Now, appearance management, we know now clothes, grooming, body language, and etiquette. Here again, I'm going to take you through all of these 4 quadrants. Again, my dear friends, clothing depends on us, grooming depends on us, body language depends on us, vocal communication also depends on us. So all the 4 quadrants are now in our control, which is nothing but our personal our presence, our appearance. So now here, there is nothing which others have any role to play. If you feel somebody has not understood you properly, somebody is not respecting you, or somebody is rebelling against you, then where is the problem? Where is the challenge? It is within us because any of the 4 quadrants is not working according to you. Any one of the quadrant is not working for you and then it is against you. So you have the power of all the 4 quadrants. Create your own magnetic personality through your first impressions, my dear friends. And how? I'm going to give you 4 tips. 4 A's. Make a note of it in case you would want to. So first, be appropriate. As I was telling you, if a person is appearing for an interview, the person cannot go in gym attire. Interview asks to be formally dressed. You cannot go in gym attire. Similarly, if you are going to a gym, you cannot go in your bridal attire. right? The gym fellow will stop you there. Gym owner will stop you there. You need to be appropriately dressed, attire, gym attire. You should have your tracksuit or whatever it is to go to the gym. So you need to be appropriate. Before dressing up, think of that situation. Where are you going? What is the event occasion? What is the role? What is the goal of the role? And then be appropriate. Next comes authentic. Be authentic. Every person is unique as the thumb. So you have your authenticity. Express your authenticity. Do not copy others. Next comes attractive. Attractive doesn't mean being handsome or being beautiful. It only means that being in accordance with who you are. Be the part of it. It is attractive means be the part of it. Be in accordance with who you are. Then comes affordable. You need not burn your purse. It's just be within your budget. So these 4 A's, take it into consideration whenever you are getting ready for any event or occasion. This is what your appearance management is. I am giving you small slides for you to know. So you can only team up with what you have, my dear friends. So you can create here, you can say 14-piece interchangeable wardrobe for men. Actually, you can create 120 outfits. Don't you think this is amazing? Mention amazing in the Zoom chat or mention A in the Zoom chat. My dear friends, I would want you to be interactive. Yes, thank you, Suresh. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you. So you need to create from your own wardrobe, capsule wardrobes, we say, team up with what you have. So this is for men exclusively, and you can create your authenticity. Whatever occasion you are going, you need to team up. This is called power dressing. We have done power presence. Now it is power dressing. For women, we can see this is Western. If women are there, this is about Western, branding yourself. This is about Indian attire, formals, business formals. You can team up and then showcase your business attire. Formal business attire. You can do a fusion Western and Indian. You can do a fusion and yet create your magnanimous personality. So all of this is just an idea for you how you can. So personal branding at work also, show your power presence. As I mentioned, you are your own brand. A brand is a promise. Like how Gopi sir got in touch with me because he has seen something happening there, and that particular topic he has taken because brand is a promise. We are promising by our existence. Design it according to your own authenticity such that you are able to leverage it and become influential. Just like this color code. Now here is a color code which you can see every color has a meaning. So I don't want you all to just deeply go into it, but then look at those brands. What is the meaning they are conveying? And I'll show you people for themselves how they created their personal brand. Now look here, Ratan Tata ji, you can see gray, right? So what does gray talk about? It is balance. Last one, balance. Look at this gray. Similarly, you can see here, Sudhamurthy ma'am, excuse me. Sudhamurthy ma'am is green most of the time. It is peaceful and health, growth. Similarly, you can see here, Google. Sundar Pichai. See, Sundar Pichai is also, they are all balanced people. They create their balanced personality. That is the reason gray. Also, Kiran Bedi, you can see governor of Tamil Nadu, right? So, gray. Why do they say balanced personalities? Whatever they have created in their life, this is the colors they exhibit. So, we also can choose. I am mostly yellow. So, here I have a yellow and a maroon. That is my color brands. So, it is about friendliness, optimism, clarity, and warmth. So, that is what I exhibit. So, how you present yourself is how people first view you, my dear friends. What are you showcasing? We need to check that. Always we need to check what is that you are showcasing, because nothing is served on a platter. We must earn it. Every person needs to make a meaning. Now here I am coming back to this slide because I have shown you the first impression part, the visual communication part. Now we need to address your inner strengths. How are you going to showcase your core inner strengths, your gold? How are you going to showcase your gold to the world? For that, I am going to take you through a common template, developing your inner strengths. Now here, let me showcase your inner image and your body image. These are two different things. Your inner image is who you are in the core, What do you believe? How are you exhibiting? That is nothing but facts about your own uniqueness. Every person is unique. You need to identify what is your uniqueness. And then body image is your physical appearance. So it is a combination. I am telling, it is not addition. It is a combination. You can be low on your body image. That means it can be anywhere overweight or less weight or short or tall, anything, but that should not trouble your self-image, because self-image, your internal voice and the facts about your uniqueness, your own uniqueness. You can be strong, you can be a public speaker, you can also feel weak, that you are not a good public speaker, or whatever be it, or maybe you are very good at certain skills, or maybe you are not good at certain skills. Whatever it is your uniqueness. So we have to combine both of them, your body image as well as your inner image, and talk to yourself. Your internal voice should always be positive. I know this. It is not about your physical appearance only. It is about your inner strengths also. I know this skill. I am the best in this. Like that, you have to talk to you. Is how you respect yourself, and that is your self-esteem. Whenever your internal voice is always positive about you, my dear friends, you can respect yourself and become positive. That is how your self-esteem, which will lead to your self-worth. Your self-worth is about the values you are practicing, the values you have, the ethics which you showcase, the gratitude which you express, and the principles which you follow. Gratitude is this one thing which is most important, because what goes around comes around. So you need to continuously every day express gratitude, because gratitude is what which showcases other people how humble you are, how approachable you are, how affable, friendly you are. So all of these three personalities, magnetic personality, influential personality, affable personality, all these three will happen only through this template, where you are coordinating your inner image and your body image. You are coordinating your self-image. You have a positive internal voice, and you are respecting yourself. You are showcasing the world through your self-worth. This is what happened to me in 2017, and I am sharing how I could come out of it. I made a list of my uniqueness. I made a list of my body image, and then I started respecting myself. Previously, I did not acknowledge myself. I was very dutiful. So taking this into consideration, it is about like a tree. When you cut a tree, you see the rings which talk about the years, the age of the tree. Similarly, we as a baby, we have been very powerful. See, babies are so strong, mental strength. They will never accept a no. They just want everything, and then they will get what they want. But as we grow up, we have been labeled, and that is how we have kept our mouth shut, or maybe we do not express. We have limitations, self limitations. Come out of it, expand like this tree. So grow. And if there is something which is not supporting, some beliefs which are not supporting in your head, maybe I am not good at this. If something your mind is telling, just like this banana tree, once the fruit is there, the banana tree falls down and a new banana sapling comes like this. So change your mental attitude, change those non-supporting, disempowering beliefs. If something you feel, I am not good enough, change that. I am best in this. Or maybe you have to acknowledge what is your inner strength and say, I am good at this, much better than other people, and I am fantastic. I can execute this. God has given me this talent, or I have acquired this talent. Like that, talk to yourself, create new beliefs, and then start going ahead with your self-worth. So here, I'm just coming to a close, where I'm just combining this together and giving you a short summary about it. You are an architect of your life, my dear friends. About your personal branding, concept of self-worth, as we mentioned just now, values, ethics, principles, and also gratitude, your self-esteem, discover your talents, strengths, respect, make a list of it and identify. You will feel very proud about yourself. Your confidence is about your ability, belief, and trust. This is your inner core. Now, our duty is that inner core has to reflect as an external first impression. Our presence is what is the visual aura you are creating, what is the magnetic personality you are creating, and power dressing. Project your style. People should know you by your style. Brand yourself. Power etiquette is your manners, your behaviors, your habits. So both of this combined alone, any one will not help you. Both of this combined combination of the two is only what is going to lead you to success. Stability, trust, ethics, passion, and success. This is how you are going to go ahead, my dear friends. Now here, first impression, cash on that, leverage on that, because that stays in the mind. As I said, it just takes 7 seconds and it stays. People always will stack up. First time they see you, they stack up the I knew this person is like this. I knew this person. So always the mind continues to stack up. So leverage on that first impression such that it is creating the lasting impression. Create your own identity, my dear friends. Your authenticity plays a major role. You have a vision for yourself. Your personality is what people will perceive. Have your own values. Differentiate yourself and be committed to it. So mastering yourself is your true power. This is what Lao Tzu said, who actually talks about your own personal power, power presence, personal power. Taking this, make a good first impression, my dear friends. Now that you know the tips and techniques of how to create your own first impression and create your own personal brand. So here I would come to an end where I would like to share with you, this is a link tree about myself. Link tree, Gopi sir will share with you, and then when you click this link tree, these are all about me, and then in case if you have any doubts, you can WhatsApp me. I also would like to share with you that I have an English YouTube channel where there are around more than 90 videos where I talk about this branding, first impression, self-worth, self-esteem, how to go about it, and along with it there is also a Telugu channel. I'm not sure how many of you will be benefiting by that. Then I'm just sharing this knowledge along with you. So coming to an end, spotlight on self, my dear friends, blueprint for your own personal branding. First and foremost, define your goal, have a plan, take action, stick to it, committed to it, will follow you. All the best for you all. Thank you so much. Floor is open for questions. Over to you, Gopi sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for that power pack session.
Thank you so much, sir.
We'll keep the floor open for question and answers now.
Yes,
Participants,
yes.
please unmute and ask your questions, please.
Good morning.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Ram here.
Hi, Ram. Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I am also in a similar wicket like you. You are told about your life journey.
Yes.
I have been made my career in sales for more than 25 years, and now I'm moving into a HR and learning and development line.
Fantastic.
So this program has been very influential and useful to me when it comes to this journey. And I'm taking a shift from the sales and marketing domain into the learning and development initiative line of HR, and imparting the knowledge to the various participants or the corporates. So in this, probably now if you see the personal branding, like we use a lot of the social media for the branding techniques. Like
Yes.
we have a lot of social media like LinkedIn or YouTube
Yes.
or Facebook. And I mean, you suggest we need to have some kind of an agency to push your personal brand, or you can go ahead on a
No.
personal front?
So, Mr. Ram, what I would suggest is you need not go with an agency right away. So, first and foremost, you have to check what is your present situation. Check on the social media where you are. Are you a beginner? Are you a starter? Then start leveraging in the beginning. If you are on LinkedIn, then start posting about some article which you have read or you know, or some insights. Weekly once you start, and then make it twice weekly like that. Slowly go ahead and see how you are propagating yourself. And similarly in other social media. And once you get into that momentum and you see that in a day you are not able to give so much time, then you can go for agency. So because these people outside agencies charge you a bomb. They will not come less than 35,000-50,000 per month. So it is very, and most of the time what my clients also say is it is a mismatch because they do not know exactly who you are. So it is always iterations. It will not help you. It will consume your time more. So I prefer that you create your brand initially by yourself. Later on, once you know you have established, then if you hire an agency, then they will have to follow whatever is there already done. So at that time, you need not waste time with them. Hope I am
Okay,
clear.
just to add
Yeah.
on, probably we'll start with LinkedIn, or what is your suggestion, madam?
LinkedIn is best if you are continuously again in the profession, sales, whatever you said, and HR, both of them. LinkedIn is the best platform. But at the same time, whatever you are posting on LinkedIn, you can create for FB, for Facebook also. It might
Okay.
not work on Instagram. So Facebook and LinkedIn you can do, but LinkedIn is a very professional platform. You can go all out, like you can share your authenticity there. People are now
Okay.
reaching out to sales, because sales is the in trend now. People need your
Okay.
people need your help.
Okay, because we are planning to do transformational learning in the present. We are a transformational consultant.
Okay.
When it comes to leadership, execution, and sales. That's
Okay.
why I just put across this question.
Ha. Leadership, execution, and sales. So three topics you mentioned. So create one topic per week and then give out an article or clear, just like you can go through my LinkedIn, how I am doing. So something, some insights or some, if you are sharing some value, people will come back to you. People will often come back. They will enroll with you. They will ask you in DM. That is how it increases. And once the momentum has started, you can accelerate later on. Okay.
Sure. Thank you very much, and have a very great career.
Thank you so much, Ram sir, and I wish you also the same. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Good day.
Yes.
Shailendra, please go on.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Sreeveni, thanks for this wonderful session. At this age, when you think more on self-realization, your session comes as a kind of a guide for us. Just two observations from my side. One is a question which I will ask in a later part. You mentioned about powered racing,
Yes.
And recently, 2 days back, Amir Khan's daughter got married.
Yeah.
And Amir Khan's son-in-law came for wedding 8 kilometers jogging in shorts and a vest. So it immediately occurred to my mind, maybe he wanted to create a brand for himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So and without, sorry for interruption, your question I will come, but because that jogging part you mentioned, see these celebrities, they will play anyway. Right? So we can't afford to do that, because to build a reputation, it takes 10 years. To damage a reputation, it takes 1 second. So these celebrities, they will do anything because they feel they are in trend, and they can also afford for that loss and gain, because they play with money, right?
Right.
Yeah. So please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, and the question was, after understanding the importance of all these things to create a self brand, I wanted to ask you, because we are in an organization wherein, we have spent quite a lot of time, say 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And then at this point of time, after your session, when we start of thinking to create a self brand, naturally there would be certain changes that we have to make. And how difficult, or are there any guidelines for such kind of a transformation? Because for the newer customers or newer people, it is good, but first impression has already been created and we want to change that. How to do that?
So thank you for asking this, Mr. Shailendra. So I myself is an example. As I mentioned to you in my story, so 91 onwards, I was a physics lecturer. 2.5 decades I did. Physics lecturer 91, there was no technology like how it is. So at that time, one to many, I would stand on the dais and then talk to around 60 to 80 students, both undergraduate and graduation level. So that was my image till that time, right? So now when I wanted to restart in 2017, I had to upskill myself, because first and foremost, I was not technically familiar. So there were many things which I had to learn. So upskill and upgrade also. There are a lot of challenges to learn, unlearn, all that mindset which is there, unlearn. Because in 91 when I started my career, and 17 when I am restarting my career, there is a huge shift of mentality, the way we carry ourselves, the way people perceive, and the way business is being conducted. So all of this I first listed, and then I saw where are my shortcomings. Then I started upskilling, upgrading, and also updating. These are the 3 words which I often use: upskill, update, and upgrade. Yes, the journey is tough, but what happens is people have that old image, as you say, but when you are working on yourself, When you are working on yourself, I repeat, so people will also come to know that you are working, you are creating a brand. Now you see what my branding is about. So what people had that, people will definitely correlate and say, yes, this is 2.0 version of Sreeveni. See, every person can have. When I restarted in 49, by that time, let me share with you, my 10th classmates, whoever were there, they were already grandmothers. Because they got married early, they had their children, then their grandchildren, so they were already grandmothers, and then they were in the mindset that, what Sreeveni, what are you doing at this age, at this present generation? Look how fast the present generation is. Can you really stand up to them? Then they were actually trying to pull me down, but then I said I need to restart because I forgot about my soul. Before going to the grave, I need to create what I can. I will do my best. The universe is there to bless me. And when I restarted at 2017, upgrading and updating, right now I am on par with the present generation. My son 27, I told you, my daughter 23, we three are speaking common language because I also adapted to the present trend and then upgraded myself. So what happens is, and I'm also working with the present generation. I do most of them to business schools, present generation, LinkedIn, everything. I have upgraded myself. So my communication changed, and then they are much more related to me. They correlate, and then we happen to be speaking the common language. So here I am a version, I am a second generation, like I am already advanced. So maybe the older generation, my classmates, do not understand, but then they appreciate that I have worked. And in my mind right now, I am 27 years because I am accepting challenges, I am learning and upgrading. It is difficult, but still I am doing. That way you can also work on yourself, Mr. Shailendra.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Sreeveni. It was very enlightening, and I'll be in touch. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
sure. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please, Vishwanath sir. Yes.
Mostly, as much as we would like to evolve and become a better person, or self-realization, as you said, your external, you're controlled by events, especially in India.
Yes.
There are events controlling you. And I find many a times we are not able to live up to our full potential because there are commitments, like taking care of old parents, dealing with your daughter's in-laws. So you, in one slide you said you can control your behavior.
Yes.
I doubt it, because as much as you're a positive or a very very outgoing personality, many a times you are forced to change on the situation. The situation controls us. What is your comment? Because this is many a times I feel that we cannot be our own self, because especially in, I don't know about the US, in the West, for example, Tim Cook, he says, he openly says, I'm homosexual. I mean, that's how the society is.
Correct.
Here we live several avatars. One for our children,
different roles.
One for our colleagues, one with our friends. Even my WhatsApp is like that. The kind of
different
exchanges
roles
I have. So many roles we have to play. So I just want your comment on that.
Definitely. Thank you so much for asking, Vishwanath sir. So I agree to some extent. Let me share with you why. So yes, agree, in India, different roles, for every woman or man, anything, it is different roles, different goals. We need to meet the goals. So as you said, in India, it is not possible, perhaps, as you mentioned. I'll tell you, I have two children, aged, I told you. I also have my parents. My in-laws are no more. But my parents, 85 years my father and 80 years my mother, we are there. I am the person who is taking care of them. So I understand the rigidity of the mindset of them. But still, what happens is, when 3 quadrants are in your control, first we need to assess ourselves. We need to become self-aware. And if there is a misalignment with the people who matter, we can't be aligned with some neighbor who doesn't agree with you. We can just leave that person. But people who matter to you, your own parents, your own children, your own family, your close inner circle, so your boss, your subordinates, all of these people who matter to you, with them we need to be aligned. Aligned in the sense, we need to either educate them about our transformation or showcase it by example and then help them understand and evolve. For example, when I restarted in 2017, my father and mother were not in acceptance with me. They said, you have such a great husband who is helping you, you have your children, you are focusing on children, why do you want to do? See, we have a physical body, we are eating for our body, we have a mind, we have thoughts. So why do you want to compromise on your thoughts and your food, mental food? What I mean to say is, our brain develops with the 5 inputs. What we are, physical body is what we eat, but our mental body, emotional body, spiritual body is through 5 senses: your eyes, ears, nose, and your touch, and your what is the other one? The 5th sense. So these are the 5 senses which goes into your head, and you get assimilation of that. So we need to become aware, we need to educate the other person. If there is something which they agree to disagree, either you help them to understand you, who you are on your transformational journey, or you make an agreement that you don't get disturbed by them and they don't get disturbed by you. We need to make that mutual agreement. That is how we can proceed in the family. I too face these challenges. I hope I have answered your question, Vishwanath sir. You are on mute.
My wife is also with me listening to this
sir.
seminar.
Yeah.
She said we like strange mothers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so difficult.
Yes.
Because at 85, I find it very, very difficult.
It is difficult, but not impossible. It is difficult. Only we need to educate. So educating means communicating. And you know, I showed you communication happens mostly body language wise. So first bring that communication, and then I understand it is difficult, but then we can make an effort, sir.
Yeah, we'll try.
Thank you,
The
sir.
equations are set long back.
Yes. So yes. So
the
equations are set.
Adults are set at a formative stage.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter that I am 62 and my mother is 85. I still feel like a 3-year-old.
Yes. So there also we can work on the relationships, because it matters. The relationship matters to us. We need to align. So aligning is a process. It's not overnight. No, it happens. Alignment comes only with people who matter to you. Right? My best wishes with you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Arvind.
Good afternoon.
I have a question here.
Yes.
When it comes to personal branding, the first impression, how generally people who are having the fear of expressing themselves. So this is one thing which generally comes to young minds when we want to actually push them up the ladder. If they want to, for a sales engineer, when he's going for a first attempt to convince a customer, there is an inner fear that he would succeed or not. He has a fear that whether what he says is going to be right or wrong. So how do we actually give them some tips or tools to overcome this fear? Because that is one aspect which makes him low when he wants to do his first impression.
Yes. So shall I answer, Arvind sir?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah. So thank you so much. So when I started in 2018, open workshops, sales executives less than 3 years experience was my target audience, because these are the people who are hesitant to enter the society. They have to meet strangers and then create an impression. So it was a 1-day workshop, 2-day workshop. So what I will tell you is, first and foremost, the category whom you spoke about, so they will have self limitations. First, self limitations, that we have to take it out. How? I am again going to give you a tip. We can do empower yourself with 4 A's. You can make a note of it, and this is which I have not added in the slide presentation, but I can share with you. Empower people with 4 A's. 4 A's. First is appreciate yourself. Appreciate yourself in the sense, don't look for external validation. Whoever you are, appreciate what you have, what is the strength you have, what is that you are very good at. For example, some people are very good at skills, some people are very good at talking, some people are very good at playing chess or something. First, make a list of appreciate yourself. Next, admire your strengths. Now, here what happens is, admire your strengths of what other people have told you. Sometimes people are very good at driving. Other person who is not very good at driving, either a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler, they will say you are an expert at driving, or maybe Excel sheet, or maybe Word documentation, or maybe AI tools, or maybe say, I'll tell you, as simple as cooking. Some people are very, very good at cooking. Some people do not know how to cook. So they will tell you, you are very good at amazing you are. So like that, pick up good at gardening, good at parenting, good at speaking, so good at humor. Some people are very good at humor. So you would have got appreciated. Arre, yaar, you are fantastic. You know, you always make this vibrant energy with your jokes and other things. So like that, people have to admire their strengths by what other people have told them. That is the second. First is appreciate yourself, admire your strengths. Then third, third is whatever you are accomplishing, feel grateful for that. In the sense, small, every day, whatever is happening, you have to feel grateful. You have to write down gratitude journal. 3 points, if you are writing every day, by the month end, you will see how many blessings you have been got. So count your blessings. That is the third one. Count your blessings. Accomplishments, feel grateful. Now comes the fourth one. You have to actually accept your emotions. Accept your emotions. That means we tend to be a tuning fork kind, different emotions throughout the day. Anger, sad, jealousy, whatever it is. First, we need to be aware and accept it. Tell ourselves, yes, this is something which is happening to me, even if it is an anger. If you are able to take control of that, respond. Do not react, respond. And also tell the nearby people who are there in your vicinity, I am angry, please do not disturb me. This is how you have to start communicating, such that you are left with your time to get back into your normal state. So these are the 4 points. Like that, sad, give me my time. Or if you feel jealousy, go into something makes you jealous, some triggers you, so it makes you, so go into your private space and go to the root cause of what is troubling you. So like this, these are the 4 A's which you can help with that target audience whom you are approaching. First, appreciate yourself, admire your strengths, and then accomplishments, feel grateful, and accept your emotions. And then make a list, and then they will be able to come out of that limitations, self limitations. This is the first step, basic step. Hope I am able to help you, Arvind sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. Gopi sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah,
afternoon.
please.
Good afternoon, sir.
We are not very great to congratulate you, but proud to say you made a great transformation, actually. Okay. Fortunately, you have been blessed as a physics professor, so probably there is some technical or a knowledge background, and your parents made you to be working. So all this advantage you had, but you took a different transformation from one end to the other end.
Yes.
Congratulations to you. And
gratitude, sir. Gratitude. Thank you so much.
Many lucks to you and your family. Most of the questions you have tried to answer it. Most of the questions you have tried to answer it. Okay. Though the questions were literally wavery or this thing, you try to consolidate it and then fed it back to the audience. My question is, mostly I've answered it.
Yes.
Sometime.
Okay.
We create and develop a image, and we transform our place from one to the other. I'll tell you, I'm currently in the part of north of India.
Okay.
So the obedience or the respectfulness considered to be a pride in south, where in north the same appearance considered to be, this fellow doesn't know anything, that's why he has to be respectful, kind of a complete a different transformation. Here it require kind of a thing. So how a geography or a surrounding of the people makes your image different, or how do we act according to that situation? How do you feel?
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, Kaniparan sir. So I'll tell one situation. My father is a retired scientist from DLRL. So based on his central government job, we also had to move to places. Now I am from Hyderabad. So when my father had a transfer, when I was in school, I was in 10th standard. So we shifted to Lucknow. So being a South Indian, my mother being a homemaker, she would actually 10th school child, right? So I'm talking about 70s, early 80s. So at that time, this kind of bindi and then hair, all of this, and then she would also put flowers in my hair and all of that. So here in South, and then she practiced the same when we went to Lucknow. In Lucknow, when I went to school in that get-up with all this bindi, kajal and that hair and flowers and all, I was bullied. I was labeled like some bad names. It's not about because they call such kind of decked up people, they call something else, some bad names. And then like I'm giving so much of importance to my facial makeup and other things, which I did not know at that time. Then later on, after 3 years or something, we came back. I understood slowly as I was growing. I understood, okay, the geographical changes also depends on the mindset, and the mindset also plays a major role. Now, when I am actually helping my own clients and other coaches about this, what I would tell them is, whenever you are, see, in the beginning in our session also I told, every event or occasion which you are trying to attend, you have to see the goal of that and what is the role you are playing. So meet that goal. Similarly, if you are changing your geographical conditions, we need to first get updated with what is the in trend there, what is the dressing style, what is the culture, what is the thought, what is the psychology. We need to get, because we are all senior people, we tend to be very sensitive in these issues, and sometimes we carry ourselves because that is our personality, we feel. But to be a part of that location wherever you are going, to be approachable, to be acceptable in that area also, we need to stay there by upgrading ourselves to the knowledge of whichever place we are going. When we abroad also, not only in India, when we go abroad also, we need to first take into consideration the culture of that place. Similarly in India, because we have diversity, lot of diversity, we need to first take knowledge of that culture, that language, that behavior, and what is that nuances which you need to, and then slowly implement that. Basically your core remains the same, but your external personality changes from situation to situation based on the people's perceptions. Hope I have answered, sir.
Yes,
Thank
doctor.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go on, sir. Ravindra, sir. Go on, sir.
Yeah, good morning, and then excellent and it's absolutely wonderful presentation, Dr. Sreeveni.
Thank you, sir.
Especially, I mean, what I found in a simple and structured manner, you have done it. And I just have a couple of observations, and nothing, no question as such, because you have been answering all and beautifully and then very nicely and absolutely to the point. Actually, what happens is most of the people, they get to, I mean, the successful leaders or somebody who has transformed themselves, they all come by more of a self-awareness and then, self-learning and more of observation and some compulsions. They are in the position and they have to learn and do it. And they go as in the, because I have about 40 years experience in the corporate level. So obviously I've noticed many leaders, including my chairman, who has come from nowhere to what he has accomplished is absolutely amazing thing. But it is all done by sort of experience based, looking and observing and so on and so on, and nothing structured manner. But most of them achieved in all the dimensions which you have mentioned. I myself have done that, transformed by watching and doing a lot of things, but it took some time to get to that level. But then successful, and then you continued and hopefully continue to be productive and also useful to the society now.
Yes.
With all that. Number two is, but you have also a lot of learnings in the Bollywood cases also, who are nowhere, but then how they have branded themselves. Correct. Apart from after reaching a stage, okay, what you just said, an example, I agree with that. But before reaching the stage, I mean, including Amitabh Bachchan or anyone, Shah Rukh Khan, They all came from a very sort of humble background.
But yes.
Then they learned and branded themselves. If you can see, they continue to brand.
Yes.
And they are in a different position. They are also acceptable. They are accepted
Yes.
very well on that. Same multitude examples in corporate level. I can give hundreds of examples.
Yes.
And then only one point I would like to make is that you said about some salesperson being trained and all that.
Yeah.
But I just thought that came in, which I would suggest to my own company where I worked quite a lot.
Sir.
Is that when you observe, I mean, when you reach a level in the organization, something like we observe a lot of leadership development programs.
Yeah.
So you get to a level of saying, they are the guys who will become, like my chairman identified, present chairman who became chairman just about 3 months back. I'm talking about my L&T. I've worked in it for 40 years, and Mr. S.N. Subramanian. He's been groomed for the last 15 years.
Okay.
So we do regularly the kind of a mentoring session, and we identify about 50 to 60 leaders who will be, one of them will become a chairman, one of them. That's so, because ours is not a family organization, and it's not a Ambani's or a Birla's or anything like that. Ours is a professional group.
Okay.
So
yes, sir.
what I would feel, your simple, wonderful, and nicely structured presentation will be useful to those leaders.
Yeah.
Let's say after 10 to 15 years experience, I said, they are the 10, 15 guys.
Yeah.
Then tell them to brand themselves.
Correct.
Because that's a bit, they're still not doing it. We do
Yes.
that they are not getting into any of these. Maybe they're doing 1 or 2 damages very well.
Yeah.
Especially IQ.
Holistically, it's not happening. You mean to
Absolutely.
say. Holistically, it's not happening.
It's
yes,
not
sir.
happening. Lot of
yes.
people. So this training for those leaders will be.
It will help.
Highly useful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Textbook is very good for many people who are into this level and then reading, and then because needs a lot of patience and comprehension to understand just by reading. But these sessions of just what you had in 1 hour is also good enough.
In fact,
and teaching us.
Yeah, this is a 1 hour presentation because it is for the session, alumni session. But as you mentioned, no, the same, it's not exactly the same. I fine tune and then cater accordingly, customize it. I have been doing in Toshiba and also in Genpact for senior leaders, 15-20 years experience, senior leaders. I do 1 day or 2 day workshops where we do a lot of preliminary tests, and then I give them some survey forms, and then I make them do worksheets, and also psychometric tests I make them do. So that is how as of now I have from last year itself I have started that journey of catering to the senior leaders such that they create an impact and the whole of the company gets the overall benefit, holistic benefit.
Yeah, that's one very way of doing it. But their level, at least they will do for the rest of the people. But the other guys who I'm telling is actually directly they should hear from person like you at much earlier level, and then they get to that level.
Yes, sir. I'm positive about it, sir. In case if you have any, you can get in touch with me.
Sure. I will get that.
Yes, sir.
Details, and then all the best to you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Yes. Bye.
Anyone else has a question? Arun, Lakshmi Narayanan.
It has been a learning experience for me also, Gopi sir, because the kind of questions, ignite our minds, open up. And as we are answering, there itself the content is being built up, spontaneous, impromptu.
Thank you very much for the outstanding session, Dr. Sreeveni.
I thank you all, grateful to you all for you all. See, still we have 34 people and a lot of gratitude. Have a great Sunday for being here, patiently listening to these question answers. It is a mutual learning whenever we are doing. I thank the organizers, AABN organizers, and Gopi sir for approaching me through LinkedIn. And this has been a wonderful experience for me. Wishing you all the best for your future.